Hello all. We're going to be going over some terminology mistakes that are pretty common in today's gun world, whether you be anti-gun, pro-gun, just ignorant to the subject or whatever. So let's get it started. We're going to go over the very first one that's huge on the list here. Magazines versus clips. This right here, this steel thing, is a clip. It holds rounds or cartridges. We'll go over that in a second. Actually, right here, these little lines right here, right there, like a little attachment goes on here, and you put that, slide this down, and then you can push all the rounds down in the magazine at the same time, like, and load your magazine quicker. And also, you know, that same sort of idea works with other gun designs where it has an internal magazine. You just place this, like, usually on the bolt face, or on the carrier or something, or there's like usually a little notch on top of the gun. You usually pull the bolt back, or the carrier back, and you slide this down, and you just push it all down to into the internal magazine all at the same time. So this is a clip, this is a magazine, and to be specific, this is an external box magazine. Next biggest thing is when people use the terminology for cartridges wrong. This, whether you believe it or not, is a cartridge. This is a unfired complete cartridge. This is an unfired complete cartridge. This is an unfired complete cartridge. This is an unfired, and so on and so on. These are the entire unit. Like, so let's take this for example. This is the projectile. This is what comes out of the barrel, right? This little copper portion. This is the shell or casing that holds the bullet, and then the primer and the powder all in one unit. This is the primer. The primer is what the firing pin hits against and ignites the gunpowder, pushing the projectile out. These are examples of bullets. This is from a 9mm. It's from a 223 or a 5.56. This is from I believe a 40 Smith & Wesson, and this is just a 30 caliber or a 308 diameter projectile for 30 carbine, I believe. This is a casing or a shell, right? So when someone says, hand me a box of shells, you might think they're talking about some shot shells or some shotgun shells, but they're talking probably about the entire unit. This is not a shell. This is a cartridge. Back to that. This is a shell, or the casing. You wouldn't hear someone say, like, hand me a box of those casings. Maybe you would. I don't know. So here's another big thing that confuses a lot of people. This is not a caliber. This is not 22 LR caliber. This is not 300 blackout caliber. I'm not going to go on and on about that, but you get the point. These are cartridges. Again, back to the same thing. The caliber is the diameter of the bullet. So when you look at this is 7.62 by 51 NATO. Other people would basically call it 308 Winchester because it's pretty much the same exact round, just thicker case wall. But if you notice here, there 308 right there, that is the same. These are the same caliber. They are different cartridges, but they are the same caliber. This is a 308 diameter bore. Or if you take these two, for example, these are roughly the same caliber, right? There's basically 223 right there. This should be like around 222 or something. 2225. It's the same caliber, not the same cartridge, not the same round. Let's pretend this is a target here. This is another topic that a lot of people get really confused, right? We'll just draw this little box here, right? And then we'll draw, this is what you're aiming for, right? Now I'm gonna throw some pretend rounds, right? We'll puncture it with a cartridge. How about that? So let's say we were holding our reticle or our iron sights or whatever in the center here, right? And then our grouping, we'll do five shot grouping, is over here. This doesn't mean your rifle is accurate, right? This is not accuracy, this is precision. This would be accuracy. If you are center punching, sorry about that, that was my chicken. If you're center punching, right, this is accurate, this is precise. If your grouping is all over the place, that's not precise or accurate, right? So when people are saying like, man, that's an accurate rifle, or man, you're very accurate, what they might mean is you're very precise, or your rifle is very precise. P. A. Hitting the target is accuracy. So let's move on. I don't have a suppressor because they're very expensive and it takes a long time to do paperwork and whatnot. This one's one that I hear a lot, and there's a lot of argument, a lot of confusion on it. The term silence means to make it completely quiet, right? You're silencing something. When you tell someone to shut up, you're silencing them, right? Like, so you're making them completely quiet in that regard. Like maybe they're breathing or something, you know, but within reason, right? So with a gun, it's impossible to completely silence a weapon, right? But what you can do is suppress it. You can suppress it to make it quieter, to make it perceivably quieter. So when people are talking about silencers, they're just using incorrect terminology, and it's not as accepted nowadays as it used to be in the past when people had less knowledge of them. So the last thing that we're going to touch on this video is the term assault rifle. And it's very widely misused by even people that are pro-gun, people that know about firearms. Like they will misuse this term. When you look at this gun, this firearm right here, most people automatically think that's an assault rifle. But what makes an assault rifle is not just the external appearance of the rifle, right? It's the internal workings. So this is actually a semi-automatic rifle. This has no ability to be readily converted without modifying the actual receiver itself and then introducing new parts to the gun. You can't just modify this gun to shoot full auto. So basically, this is the epitome of someone judging a book by its cover, or profiling, really. This looks like the military version, right? All the parts look the same from the outside, but it's not the same. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you gained some new information or reassured your current information by watching this video. Pick up yourself a pack of bullets and make a cartridge, and perhaps choose a caliber that you can use in more than one casing or shell. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video. I don't know what the hell that was.